Dramatic transformation of chess Soul+Youth Sect+Single female Lin Miaomiao, the ancient chessboard of Grandpa Time's family, the waiting of Geze on the sunny day, and the obsession with Go are the soul of the game itself. Layout, middle plate, and officials move horizontally and vertically between the scales. However, Lin Miaomiao, why are you here? Keywords of the novel. Chess Soul. Buying the chessboard of time home at the beginning without a pop-up window, Chess Soul. Buying the chessboard of time home at the beginning. Download the complete set of TXT, Chess Soul. Buying the chessboard of time home at the beginning. Latest chapter reading. Chapter 1. First game coach, I want to play Go. No, You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 1 First game coach, I want to play Go. No, I want to buy a chessboard. Youth Palace, a Go game is currently underway. The teacher watching from the side tapped one side's head and said, this move is just a vulgar move. It's unbearable vulgarity. How can we play such a move? The boy who was knocked on the head by the teacher was clearly stunned. I am an amateur Go enthusiast from another time and space, and this move is played by the world-renowned Korean master-level Go player Fo. Facing the super large flying, I play high, which is a technique I often imitate when learning chess. The boy's name is Tian Minze. Although the teacher criticized him, he remained unmoved and used his own methods to easily defeat his opponent. Although the teacher was somewhat pessimistic about the young man's chess, he still stood up excitedly and announced, classmates, our Youth Palace Go Club has a recommended spot in this year's Soul+Youth U14 Go competition that can directly reach the top 16. After 2 days of internal competition, I announced that Tian Min has obtained this spot. Tian Min took the registration form from the teacher's hand with a smile and said, thank you, Teacher Baichuan. I will definitely prepare carefully. Teacher Shirakawa smiled and patted Minze Matsuda's head, saying to his proud student, don't use vulgar hands in the layout. Many ingenious and proven techniques from later generations seem to be less recognized in this world, but Tian Min has become accustomed to them. Carrying a backpack and walking towards home, my parents are busy doing business, and they don't usually manage Tian Min strictly, which is basically a free-range style. To be honest, when she first arrived here, Tian Min found herself transforming from an adult approaching 30 years old to a junior high school student, still feeling a bit confused, and suddenly having unfamiliar parents. Although she had received the memories of the original owner, it was still difficult to suddenly get close. It wasn't until recently that I adapted to the care of my parents, and I could feel that although they were busy with work and career-oriented, their love for me was still selfless and passionate. Walking on the roadside, Tian Min suddenly heard several teenagers in front of her who were of similar age arguing. No, I'll throw you into the lake today. Go is trash. A few accomplices are trying to throw another young man into the lake. Tian Min suddenly felt that the high school student who was bullying someone seemed familiar and called out, He Jie. He Jie turned her head and exclaimed in surprise, Tian Min, long time no see. Tian Minze and He Jie were classmates at the Youth Palace. They studied Go together for a few years. Later, Tian Min's chess skills greatly increased and he easily defeated He Jie, which also prompted him to no longer consider Go and leave the Youth Palace. It is said that he has switched to playing chess. Tian Min, on the other hand, couldn't help but laugh and cry. At least you're also a disciple of teacher Shirakawa. Why is Go considered trash? He Jie ran into his former classmate and felt a bit awkward. It's not that, I just feel that some people are not worthy of playing Go, no. This person is playing the name of a Go prodigy to deceive, and I'm just exposing him. The boy lying on the ground was also pulled up by his companion at this moment. Time, you can play with him. Time. Tian Min exclaimed in surprise. Why, He Jie said curiously, do you also know this Go prodigy? Tian Min suddenly remembered something, fragments of time and space flooding into her mind. In a moment of confusion, Wu Di, who was by the side of Time, had already begun to make up a story. Time swore not to play Go for 6 years, and it was only 2 weeks later that it was 6 years. Geze put on a bully-like appearance and promised to wait for 2 weeks, saying that he would openly throw Time into the lake and return the classroom to the Go Club if he won. Minze, let's go have a meal together. Geze and his former friends seemed to have a lot to say, so they took the initiative to invite him. Tian Min's mind was a bit confused, and she replied, Geze, there's something going on today. I'll treat you another day. Geze waved his hand and left, leaving behind the messy Tian Minze. Tian Min looked at the distant back of Time and suddenly felt that her name was somewhat familiar, as if it was also a small transparent part of the chess soul. As I tried to recall, I suddenly realized that this period seemed to be a crucial role for the soul of chess, and also an important support for Time to embark on a career path. It was the days when Chu Ying, a super chess player from Nanliang and an expert in ancient Chinese chess, was dormant. Does that mean that I also have a chance to get Chu Ying's help? Tian Min excitedly ran back to the youth palace, making up countless excuses along the way. Teacher Baichuan, Tian Min stopped Baichuan as he was about to return home from work at the office entrance. Minze, Baichuan said with a smile, why don't you come home and stay here? Tian Min spoke up and said, Teacher, my dad really likes ancient chessboards. I want to buy a chessboard as a gift for him, but I haven't found it yet. Today, I heard about an amateur chess player named Minze who has an ancient chessboard in his hand. Teacher, you are very famous in the amateur chess player circle. Do you know about this person, teacher? Oh, Baichuan said with a smile, Mr. Shi, of course I knew. That was the grandfather of another of my students. Oh, it's been a long time since I've visited this old gentleman. Teacher, I want to use my saved pocket money to buy it, here is 10,000 yuan. Tian Min then transferred the money to teacher Baichuan through WeChat. Could you please give me a message to see if it's possible to transfer the chessboard to me, said Tian Min. Baichuan smiled and agreed. A few days later, teacher Baichuan replied to Tian Min's via WeChat, when the old man found the chessboard you wanted, but this chessboard is considered an antique. The old man wants someone to evaluate it. Tian Min realized that he wanted to raise the price and immediately replied via WeChat, if it's evaluated, it's not certain if it's an ancient chessboard. If it's found to be fake, I won't do it. Now I can add another 5,000. Not long after, Shirakawa replied, get it done. Tian Min excitedly waved her hand in the classroom, unable to hold back her inner joy. Without waiting for class to end, she climbed over the wall and left the campus to run to the youth palace, where she took the chessboard from teacher Shirakawa. Sure enough, there were some stains on the chessboard, which were very similar to my impression of the chessboard, and a feeling of aging rushed towards me. This piece of chessboard was in a state of disrepair, spending countless years in the attic of Grandpa Time's house, completely ignored by anyone. Tian Min was both excited and nervous. After all, Chu Ying had found Time again in the future. At this time, perhaps he was not dormant, but simply did not appear. The significant changes on the chessboard are called transitions, accompanied by effort and opportunities. Tian Min has no confidence in whether she can complete a real-life transformation, but she is unwilling to give it a try. Tian Min placed her hand on the chessboard, closed her eyes, and when she opened it again, she didn't notice anything. Tian Min, who didn't want to give up, closed her eyes again and opened them again, but Chu Ying still didn't appear. It seems that Chu Ying has really locked in time and cannot obtain this cheat himself. Disappointed, Tian Min shook her head and lifted her hand from the chessboard. Just then, an electronic sound rang in her mind, discovering a soul power chessboard, successfully absorbing soul power, activating the system, and binding the system. Successfully bound. End of this chapter. Chapter 2. Second round, first battlefield. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 3. The Clever Hands of AI in the Third Game. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 4. First encounter with Lin Miaomiao in the fourth inning. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 5, Fifth Bureau, Clever Words and Clever Words Winning the Winter Camp. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 6. Sixth Inning Diving Athlete Time. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Chapter 7, Seventh Round Breaks into Offline Tournament. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 7, Seventh Round Breaks into Offline Tournament. Although Tian Min didn't mean to say any cold words in her heart, it still made Jiang Xueming and others glare angrily, and also caused laughter from Geze and others. Tian Min continued, Geze, if you don't save people again, time will hang you up, and you will be the main culprit. I reckon you will end up crying in prison. Geze felt a little nervous when he heard this, but his mouth still didn't spare anyone. He jumped on his own, but it's okay with me, but in action, he still reached out with a group of little brothers to save time. Time has brought back Chuing, and this world has become even more interesting. I just saw the report today. It turns out you are the champion of youth Go in the entire city of Luzhou. In the evening, lying in bed, Tian Min received a WeChat message from Lin Miaomiao. Your news is out of date. I am now one of the top 16 players in the National Youth Go tournament. Tian Min returned with a smile and attached an official account tweet. Lin Miaomiao lies on the bed and flips over Tian Min's tweet. It is the article published on the official account of Youth Luzhou, warmly congratulating Tian Minze, a small chess player in our city, on entering the top 16 in China, which details Tian Min's 2 consecutive wins. Lin Miaomiao praised it as invincible. Tian Min encouraged, some people become famous early, but may not be able to reach the finish line, while others follow the routine but have a successful ending. We are all making progress, but we are in different time zones, so don't worry about the timing. I am a Go player, not a national player at the age of 20, and I have no hope in the end. That's why I am faster than you. There is still a long way to go, let's work hard together. Lin Miaomiao replied with a funny expression and fell asleep peacefully. A day later, the round of 16 started, and there were also 2 sets of chess in a day. Early in the morning, Tian Min came to the chess academy to prepare. This time, teacher Shirakawa brought a sandalwood stick, which is said to be refreshing. Tian Min smiled and refused. The most important thing is to have a calm mind. I won't even take it seriously, teacher Baichuan. The opponent's system score in the morning was only 54 points. According to the manager of Anhui Provincial Chess Academy, this young man picked up a big loophole in the last game and won the game. Tian Min, on the other hand, is still very serious. Although he won by picking up loopholes, he definitely won by being weak over strong because of his own strength. Otherwise, even if the opponent made mistakes, he would not have been able to pick them up. In the layout stage, Tian Min insisted on presenting a familiar Chinese-style layout, which was extremely popular in this era, and both of them were formulating their own style. Through the layout stage that he was not very good at, Tian Min began to exert his ability to disrupt the game on the chessboard, still leading battles everywhere, and both sides made multiple transitions. In the final official stage, the opponent miscalculated and first extracted a 20 mesh high ranking official. However, Tian Min keenly noticed that officials with 15 mesh or more were even, clearly one for each person. A 14 mesh official became particularly important and was definitely the winner, so he immediately occupied this position. Sure enough, the opponent only discovered this loophole after the game. The black game had 3.5 eyes, while the white game won. Breaking into the quarterfinals has excited the Anhui Provincial Go Academy even more. Even Zhou Zhongxia, the head of Anhui Provincial Go who has not appeared for a long time, rushed to the scene to watch the battle. Zhou is already 58 years old and is about to retire. In previous years, the national youth competition in Anhui province was just a passing game, but this year it suddenly made it to the top 8, which was really unexpected. Zhou Lao also became excited and carefully pointed out a few words to Tian Minze: "Stay calm and work hard. I believe your opponent is already on par with you, so as long as you work hard, you will definitely win." Tian Min also respectfully catered. After all, it is rare for people within the system to have such a passion for Go. In the afternoon, Tian Min sat upright in her seat, and soon her opponent went online. Tian Min made a gesture of bowing, and her opponent arched back. Both sides finally paid their respects. System prompt: opponent's chess power is 65, extremely challenging. This game is worth 15 points. Tian Min immediately became serious. This was a stronger opponent than Yu Ji, and also the strongest opponent he had encountered so far. His skills are a bit deeper than mine, Tian Min thought to herself, so I need to come up with more intense tactics. To determine the outcome of a match, skill is a crucial factor, but it is certainly not the only factor. Every type of competitive competition will have an unexpected outcome. Tian Min remained calm and quickly dropped the first piece from the star position in the upper right corner of the chessboard. After the top 20 subordinates came down, Tian Min only felt that the opponent's opening was somewhat strange. This strangeness was not due to encountering a strange player at the beginning, such as Yang Chunlu who later seized the high position, but rather the opponent's chess, which made Tian Min feel that it was not very in line with the principles of chess. Of course, this chess theory is from later generations and there is still a slight difference from this era. However, in the future, various great gods will emerge one after another in online Go, and Tian Min has also seen many of them. His attitude toward such a game is, I am the main player, step by step. The less you are in line with the principles of chess, the more careful and solid I need to be. I won't play this kind of chess on my own, and I don't have much research experience within my reach. So, it's even more important to stick to what I understand and find what I can see clearly. The effectiveness of a single move is often limited, and one will always have a judgment. Only when one can see the right position can one take action. After more than 120 moves, Tian Min believed she was ahead. That's right, this chess game is probably the best one played in the past few days, at least at this moment, Tian Min thinks so himself. The 10-minute compensation time for both sides in the competition has been used up and they quickly entered the official stage. There are many types of officials, except for the more complex, robbing officials. Basically, it can be divided into double first official, single first official, and later hand official, based on the principle of first and second hand. Both sides were competing for official positions, and at this point, Tian Min took a step forward to make the chess game clearer and simplify the situation. Then the opponent immediately ignored and played a move to snatch the official. Suddenly, Tian Min's rhythm became a bit chaotic. After exchanging 2 steps again, the opponent kept their official position and caused a deviation in Tian Min's original judgment of the value of an official position. An absolute skill that completely wiped out Tian Min's advantage. At this moment, without hesitation, Tian Min directly initiated AI guidance with 5 points. AI took 5 seconds and quickly lit up a dot on the chessboard, while Tian Min pondered for a moment. This move suggested a way to seize the official position in reverse. After playing this chess move, it seemed unexpected to the opponent, as both sides were disrupted at the same time. Tian Min also understood that his opponent was also a skilled official, so both sides felt that they had the advantage of an official in a stable start, which was why they were so thrilling in the late game. In the end, the AI calculated the reverse takeover of the official position, and indeed seized the opportunity. Tian Min successfully reversed the tide and narrowly eliminated the opponent. The Anhui Provincial Chess Academy is once again boiling up. The National Youth Go Tournament, the quarterfinals, will be held in Kyoto in the form of an offline competition. This competition has been held for more than a decade, and no young chess player in Anhui Province has ever entered an offline competition. Tian Min created history. End of this chapter. Chapter 8, Bureau 8, This Girl is Very Cute. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8, Bureau 8, This Girl is Very Cute. Tian Min suddenly became a celebrity in Luzhou City, and the Anhui Provincial Daily also focused on his achievements. For a while, Tian Min became a small celebrity in the city. It can only be said that the development of Go in Anhui Province is indeed not good. Together with Tian Min, they entered the top 4, with 2 Kyoto players and 1 Mo-do player, which did not receive much coverage. After all, this game has always been monopolized by several cities. Zhou Zhongxia and Zhou Lao from Anhui Provincial Chess Academy assigned a staff member and official media reporter Wang Rui to accompany Tian Min's northward, and also coordinated the station of Luzhou in Kyoto, arranging 3 rooms for Tian Min's, mentor by Chuan, and staff member Wang Rui. In the second week after the New Year, the offline competition of the National Youth Go competition will take place in Kyoto. It is said that the ultimate winner will play a guiding game with a 9-dan player designated by the Go Academy. During this period, Tian Min was finally able to take a small rest. At the entrance of the 3rd middle school, Tian Min and Lin Miaomiao started eating fried chicken cutlets together. How did you find me? Lin Miaomiao was curious. I didn't bring my phone. How did you know that my final exam ended today? Unconsciously, the final exams of various junior high schools are taking place one after another, and a semester has finally come to an end. The next semester, this group of junior high school students will welcome the middle school entrance examination. How did you do on the final exam? If it's too bad, your mother might have to cancel your winter camp plan, Tian Min said. Lin Miaomiao scratched her head and said, Oh my, I think I did pretty well in the exam. After all, you've been telling me about the winter camp, and I really want to go, so I've been working hard lately. But exams always have factors that affect their performance, so I'm a bit nervous. Ha ha ha, Tian Min smiled and said, It's okay. There's no end to the world. If you do well in the exam, we can naturally go to the winter camp. If you don't do well in the exam, I'll find a way to persuade Auntie for you. Lin Miaomiao squinted her glasses and smiled. Min, you are really the most capable person. How are you preparing for your game? I heard that this game is very important. You are now the star of our city, and even many people in our school who don't play Go very much are discussing you. Tian Min thought for a moment and imitated Lin Miaomiao's tone just now, jokingly saying, As you said, there are always factors in the quality of playing chess, but as long as I'm not nervous, I believe I have the ability to play every game well. Upon hearing Tian Min's teasing, Lin Miaomiao reached out and slapped her. It's too much, what's wrong with learning from me? She then said, All right, I'll try not to be nervous and handle every exam big and small in the future. Lin Miaomiao naturally went out to eat without her parents, so the two of them didn't order too much. Tian Min quickly took Lin Miaomiao home to avoid being noticed by her parents. When I arrived downstairs at Lin Miaomiao's house, she nervously asked, Can you help me check if there's any oil splattered on my body, and smell if there's any barbecue smell? If my mom finds out that I can't go home to eat outside, she'll nag me again. Tian Min looked at the girl in front of her, using a sky blue Hello Kitty hairpin to pin her bangs on top of her head. Despite wearing a wide school uniform, she still revealed a sunny and energetic side, and under her black-framed glasses were a pair of deer-like eyes. The girl reached out her arm and leaned very close to her, a faint aroma that could waft into her nose. Lin Miaomiao was suddenly shy when Tian Min's was staring at her like this. Her usually carefree face turned slightly red in an instant. She reached out and patted Tian Min's arm, saying, Why? Then the girl bounced into the elevator and went upstairs, remember to come find me tomorrow. You promised to take me to the movie. A smile appeared at the corner of Tianmin's mouth, and suddenly the evaluation of Lin Miaomiao by her uncle, Tang Yuanming, sounded, I'm not very open-minded yet. It seemed a bit one-sided, but Tianmin felt that this girl was very cute. The next day, Tianmin knocked on Lin Miaomiao's door. When he saw that it was Tianmin who came, Wang Xingnan did not refuse the door, but instead welcomed him openly and had a few conversations with Tianmin. Quickly, Tianmin got to the point and said, Auntie, the Luzhou Museum has held an exhibition of ancient historical relics in the past 2 days. This is something our teacher recommended for us to see. Watching cultural relics up close is very helpful for learning history, understanding ancient poetry culture, and writing works. It happens that my classmate didn't go, so I want to invite Lin Miaomiao to join us. Looking at Wang Xingnan hesitating a bit, Tianmin quickly threw out another big move. By the way, there are also well-known professors invited by elite high school to share on site. The opportunity is rare. Wang Xingnan was indeed tempted and quickly called his brother-in-law Tang Yuanming to verify that everything was true. Tang Yuanming naturally expressed that this exhibition is still helpful for students and worth seeing. Wang Xingnan hesitated for a moment before agreeing, Miaomiao, come here and let your father take you there. Follow the teacher closely and don't run around. Okay, Lin Miaomiao quickly agreed. 3 people sat in Lin Dawei's car and arrived at the museum. Before getting off, Lin Dawei gave a few more instructions. Lin Miaomiao pretended to be obedient according to Tianmin's prior instructions, allowing Lin Dawei to relax. 2 people walked into the museum side by side, and Lin Dawei turned around and left. Tianmin found today's team leader, Wang Hongying, and said, Hongying, my friend and I are going to watch a movie right next door in the mall. Can you please help me? Wang Hongying patted Tianmin's head and said, You're here. She looked at her watch and said, You don't have to attend the museum for 3 hours. After all, the cultural relics are here and you can come and see them at any time. But you have to come and listen to the lecture in the afternoon. This professor was finally hired by the school. You can come and pay attention to safety when you come. Thank you, Miss Hongying, Tianmin quickly agreed. 2 people slipped out of the side door of the museum and headed straight to the cinema on the rooftop of the opposite shopping mall. What is the relationship between Teacher Wang and you? Lin Miaomiao said curiously. She is my cousin's best friend. Tianmin's cousin and Wang Hongying are classmates in college, but after graduation, one went into business and the other taught and educated at school. After all, Tianmin's family has a tradition of doing business. Tianmin's cousin now runs an educational institution that specializes in earning money from parents and students. The education industry is making rapid progress in this country. If it weren't for future state intervention, the internal competition would probably only escalate. Finally gaining free time, Lin Miaomiao was already excited, while Tianmin went to buy 2 cups of milk tea and a bucket of popcorn before pulling Lin Miaomiao to choose a movie. The first movie the two watched, among a group of romantic films, Lin Miaomiao decisively chose the standard popcorn movie, Spider-Man 2. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. Tianmin's Trial Skills in the 9th Bureau. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The source has no content or has errors. Can road idiots in Chapter 10 and the 10th inning be infected? You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Can road idiots in Chapter 10 and the 10th inning be infected? Go to bed early at night, and tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m., gather for a run on the playground. Ah, Tianmin's mournful cries echoed inside the hotel, and she came into this world to become a junior high school student. Tianmin's kept sufficient sleep, afraid of affecting her height, so waking up early was simply torture. Fortunately, on the first day, the teachers were quite polite and only arranged 2 classes in the afternoon, 1 Chinese class and 1 math class. In the evening, they could freely move around in the resort. When class began in the afternoon, Lin Miaomiao was surprised to find that the classroom was filled with single tables. How about it? This is a characteristic of elite high schools. In order to avoid having classmates whispering in class, Tian whispered beside her. You two come with me, Wang Hongying's voice echoed behind her. The originally arranged tables and chairs were all single tables, some of which were not enough. The two of you who joined later were arranged on a long table in the last row. During class, you are not allowed to speak or make any small moves, otherwise you will go back to me. Wang Hongying sternly warned, while Tian unconsciously withdrew her hand, feeling a cold air coming from behind. Lin Miaomiao was listening attentively to the class. After all, this winter camp was not cheap. Then she was surprised to find that Tian beside her was playing Go on the table, holding a Go book in her hand. Lin Miaomiao, what are you looking at? Listen carefully. Soon, Wang Hongying walked up to Lin Miaomiao and sternly reminded her. This large classroom was originally converted into a banquet living room, but now there are at least 200 students inside, and the teachers who are teaching cannot even pay attention. So Wang Hongying, as a life teacher, is responsible for supervising and managing the students' listening situation. After criticizing Lin Miaomiao, Wang Hongying only glanced at Tian and didn't say much. I'm planning to take the path of professional Go, Tian whispered in Lin Miaomiao's ear. The teachers and parents have already recognized it, so I'm just getting a diploma in high school. Listen carefully, the teachers here are very strong. Tian, on the other hand, was getting closer. Lin Miaomiao felt a slight itching in her ear and couldn't help but blush. She nodded to indicate that she knew. In 6 days, Lin Miaomiao finally learned what immersive learning is. There are no electronic products, one cannot leave the hotel, no entertainment facilities, and even no close friends during normal times. The last pleasure of each day is that in the morning, Tian can chat with Lin Miaomiao while doing exercises, and in the evening, the two can walk around the small artificial lake of the resort hotel together after class for 2 laps. Tian listened to Lin Miaomiao roast about his boring student life, and could not help feeling that the best days are often spent unconsciously with bitterness and boredom, and only memories are left when looking back. Fortunately, on the last day, Lin Miaomiao's long-awaited visit to the ancient town finally arrived. Dear students, the tour guide will take us on a tour in the morning, have lunch in the ancient town, and have free time in the afternoon. However, we must return to this location at 4 o'clock to board the bus. If we don't return on time at 4 o'clock, our bus will depart directly, and I will notify his parents to come and pick him up in person, Wang Hongying said loudly. Lin Miaomiao finally regained her youthful appearance and ran around the ancient town with Tian along the way. At noon, Tian inquired in advance about the unique cuisine here in the ancient town, such as carp and fish soup mixed with hot pot. Lin Miaomiao exposed her true nature as a foodie, which was like a whirlwind. After finishing their meal and drinking, Lin Miaomiao and the owner of the hot pot restaurant asked, "Boss, this ancient town isn't very big either. We've all played it, is there anything else fun?" The boss pointed to the mountain behind him and said, "This is Wulu Mountain behind me. The scenery on the mountain is so beautiful." Wulu Mountain. Lin Miaomiao and Tian spoke in unison. Tian was surprised when she suddenly thought that the mountain behind her should be the one where Time and Chuang had lost, which was the place where Chuang and Little White Dragon had closed off. "Boss, is there a temple on this mountain?" Tian said curiously. Because the legend of Chuang and Little White Dragon's seclusion is that it is a temple, even Time and Chuang have not been found. The boss pondered for a moment and said, "I heard there is a temple that used to be quite effective, but it has long been abandoned in recent years. Maybe only those who are destined can find it. It should be in that direction." Lin Miaomiao said enthusiastically, "Minze, let's go find it. Maybe we are destined to be together." "We are destined people," Tian immediately interjected, "but I am also a road crazy. Are you sure you can find me?" Of course, Lin Miaomiao was full of confidence. An hour later, Tian was already a bit tired. Although Lin Miaomiao was still full of energy, Tian pointed to her watch and said, "Miaomiao, we need to go down the mountain. It's already 2:30, and it will take at least an hour to go down. If it's too late, it will be troublesome. Based on my understanding of Miss Hongying, the car will definitely not wait for us." Although Lin Miaomiao was still in high spirits, after more than a week of winter camp travel, she couldn't wait to miss home and nodded as the two of them began to descend the mountain. "So, Miaomiao, do you think we're not going down? How come I feel like we're still halfway up the mountain after walking for half a day, and the house in the distance seems to have changed? We're definitely not going back the same way," Tian judged. "Let me tell you some good news and some bad news," Lin Miaomiao said. "The bad news is that we do seem to be a bit lost, but the good news is that before we set off today, Teacher Wang returned our phones to us. At least we have phones available." Tian picked up her phone and shook it. "Then I have some bad news to tell you too. I've seen it a long time ago, and there's no signal on the phone." "Ah." Lin Miaomiao also noticed this problem. "Our communication company doesn't claim to cover 98% of the country, why are we so unlucky? It happens to be within 2%. Tian found a relatively flat bluestone and took the water out of her backpack. "We've been walking for 3 hours now, we can't walk anymore. Let's sit down and rest," she said. Lin Miaomiao obediently sat next to Tian, and when she saw Tian, she looked at herself and awkwardly stuck out her tongue. Tian reached out and lightly patted Lin Miaomiao's little head, laughing and jokingly saying, "Didn't you say you could find your way? What do you say now?" Lin Miaomiao jumped up and retorted, "It must have been you who infected me with road madness. I used to know the way." The two of them shared all the snacks in Lin Miaomiao's backpack. Fortunately, Lin Miaomiao was like a little hamster, always carrying a lot of snacks. "Sorry, the number you dialed is not in the service area," said Wang Hongying from the foot of the mountain as she looked at the time and kept calling Tian on her phone. "We don't have time, your army should go back first, leave Teacher Ma Yiming behind, and go into the mountain together to search for those 2 students, Wang Hongying arranged. "Teacher Ma, please put on my phone card and wait at the foot of the mountain. Even if I enter the mountain, my phone will lose signal. If Tian has a signal, I will definitely find a way to call this phone." Wang Hongying still held the hope of being able to contact Tian. Quickly, the ancient town dispatched 2 staff members to search in the mountains with Wang Hongying. End of this chapter.